am the real vine, and my Father is the gardener. Every branch which is part of me but fails to bear fruit he cuts off, and every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, so that it may bear more fruit. Right now, because of the word which I have spoken to you, you are pruned. Stay united with me as I will with you. For just as the branch can't put forth fruit by itself apart from the vine, so you can't bear fruit apart from me. I am the vine and you are the branches. Those who stay united with me and I with them are the ones who bear much fruit, because apart from me you can't do a thing. Unless a person remains united with me, he is thrown away like a branch and dries up. Such branches are gathered and thrown into the fire where they are burned up. If you remain united with me and my words with you, then ask whatever you want, and it will happen for you. This is how my Father is glorified, and you are bearing much fruit. This is how you will prove to be my Talmudim. Just as my Father has loved me, I too have loved you, so stay in my love. If you keep my commands, you will stay in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and stay in his love. I have said this to you so that my joy may be in you, and your joy be complete. Therefore, as the Ruach HaKodesh says, today if you hear God's voice, don't harden your hearts as you did in the bitter quarrel, on that day in the wilderness when you put God to the test. Yes, your fathers put me to the test. They challenged me, and they saw my work for 40 years. Therefore I was disgusted with that generation. I said, their hearts are always going astray. They have not understood how I do things. In my anger I swore that they would not enter my rest. Watch out, brothers, so that there will not be any one of you an evil heart lacking trust, which could lead you to apostatize from the living God. Instead, keep exhorting each other every day, as long as it is called today, so that none of you will become hardened by the deceit of sin. For we have become sharers in the Messiah, provided, however, that we hold firmly to the conviction we began with, right through until the goal is reached. Now where it says, today if you hear God's voice, don't harden your hearts, as you did in the bitter quarrel. Who were the people who, after they heard, quarreled so bitterly? All those whom Moshe brought out of Egypt. And with whom was God disgusted for 40 years? Those who sinned, yes, they fell dead in the wilderness. And to whom was it that he swore that they would not enter his rest? Those who were disobedient. So we see that they were unable to enter because of lack of trust. Therefore, let us be terrified of the possibility that, even though the promise of entering his rest remains, any one of you might be judged to have fallen short of it. For good news has also been proclaimed to us, just as it was to them. But the message they heard didn't do them any good, because those who heard it did not combine it with trust. For it is we who have trusted who enter the rest. It is just as he said, and in my anger I swore that they would not enter my rest. He swore this even though his works had been in existence since the founding of the universe. For there is a place where it is said concerning the seventh day, and God rested on the seventh day from all his works. And once more our present text says, they will not enter my rest. Therefore, since it still remains for some to enter it, and those who received the good news earlier did not enter, he again fixes a certain day, today, saying through David, so long afterwards in the text already given, today if you hear God's voice, don't harden your hearts. For if Yehoshua had given them rest, God would not have spoken later of another day. So there remains a Shabbat keeping for God's people. For the one who has entered God's rest has also rested from his own works as God did from his. Therefore let us do our best to enter that rest, so that no one will fall short because of the same kind of disobedience.